Welcome back, you no good bastards, to the Pod Deep podcast. Be very quiet. Kick back. Listen up. Subscribe, comment, and like. Pod Deep podcast. Pod Deep.
Welcome, Pod Deep, episode 55. We got the fellas here. We got the notorious ROD, Jay, myself. We're going to remix our deep thought question. I'm going to kick it off with this one. Okay, fellas, we all married. We all love our spouse. But next month is Black History Month, and you guys want to do something special. So you take a DNA. Turns out you and your significant other are siblings. Do you stay together and keep it a secret, or do you file for a divorce? I'm coming at you, Rob. You're on mute.
So you're saying how long we been married?
Don't matter.
I need some context. Do we got kids?
Some may. I mean, it depends. It's a relationship. It's your current situation. It's your current situation.
Because I think it would. I mean, I'm not trying to remix your question of the day, but if we are siblings, you know, and we got kids, like the kids could be fucked up or something like that.
Yeah.
You know. I'll keep it. I'll keep it to what you said. We married. You find out we siblings. Getting a divorce.
Getting a divorce. Any reason why, or just?
That's my sister.
Okay.
Simple.
All right. What about you? What about you, Jack?
Get the divorce. Yeah, that's disgusting. I'm with you, Rodney. Your kid's gonna be so messed up. You're gonna be like already thinking something is wrong. Little mutant kids running around. But yeah, get a divorce and keep it a secret.
Hey, I don't know what I do. I'll be hurt.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what I do. Cause to me, I'm looking at it like, how do I erase all my feelings? You know, it ain't like there was no infidelity, no thieving or anything of that nature. This is, you know, we share the same DNA. I don't know how she would feel about it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest. I would be one for keeping it secret. Yeah, I'd be one for keeping the secret.
You're gonna keep it a secret and keep banging your sister.
I don't know if they tell the truth or not. Shit, I don't know the motherfuckers. I don't know if they tell the truth or not. Just because some X's or O's match up, yeah, I don't know. That's just, I know it sounds wrong, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's come to your remix of your deep thought question. What you got?
Mine was more so an integrity deep question. So, you know, we've had this rough weather, icy conditions this month. So let's say you're coming home from work and it's snowing, it's ice, it's coming down hard, real hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're driving down this residential street, cars on both sides. You lose control of your vehicle, and your vehicle hits another vehicle, but it hits it in a way to where it doesn't damage yours, but it damages that person, whoever's car that is. Now, you're able to regain traction and get your car going in the right direction, and you're able to pull off. Now, mind you, it's snowing hard. It's icy conditions. No one is outside. You've got your vehicle straightened out to where you can now pull off. What do? Do you hang around to see if someone actually comes outside and let them know? Do you call the police? Do you pull off? Jared, I'm going to go to you.
Okay, let me go back. You hit their car, right? How bad is it?
It's significant damage on their car, no damage on yours. Yeah, significant damage on theirs, no damage on yours.
Okay,
it's a blizzard. It's a blizzard out there. No one's on the street. What do you do?
I think you stop. No one's on the street, but you know how it goes nowadays. You're probably on 4 or 5 different cameras. So now a simple insurance claim now turns into a leaving the scene of a crash. You know, now the police get called and looking for you. They have your plate. So I think you just stay and just deal with it. Pay the deductible and do the right thing.
What about you, Squeak?
Yeah, the old version be like, yeah, just keep it moving. Ain't nothing wrong with my car. But that karma come back 10 times fold. So yeah, I call the cops and I take that L for myself and be like, hey, with the insurance, just I lost control of my vehicle. It was icy, and got the liability, get that car fixed. And I ain't gonna cry about it. It was an accident.
And that's good. But now, mind you, it's when I say pull off, it's not as if you're trying to skirt out of responsibility. Everyone's law-abiding citizens, and we got fully covered, we're fully insured. I'm talking about factoring in the elements. Like it's a fucking blizzard coming down, and it's like you trying to get home to get out of this, not get out of the accident, but get out of the elements. Absolutely no one's on the street. No one's coming out. And even if you call the police, it's a blizzard. How are they going to get to you? Factor all. I wanted you to, kind of factor all that in. It wasn't necessarily about, trying to get out of,
So
responsibility.
what I would do at that point, I would try to write my name, my contact information. You know what I'm saying? I would try to put it on the dashboard, into the windshield wiper. But by being a damn blizzard, I don't know that paper, that cardboard, would I have, if that'll get wet, would it get smeared? You know what I'm saying? I would have to take a picture, get that address, and probably come back if I can do that. You know what I'm saying? To keep that shit. To be honest about it, because I wouldn't want to be in that opposite situation on a sunny day and wake up and the whole driver's side of my ride is wrecked. So yeah, that's how I would play it.
Okay.
Hey, let me change up. I'm going to answer your question, but let me change it up a little. Let's say if this was LA and instead of a blizzard, it was the fires happening out there right now, and this happened, I would keep going. To answer that twist you just put on it, Rodney, about it being a blizzard, you got to think about your safety. You're trying to get to your family. You for sure you keep going. Same thing if it was a blizzard and it's like if you stay, you might get stuck out here, just stuck yourself. Then you probably would keep going. So it kind of it depends. If it's like do or die, life or death, you keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what I was getting to. Is it's like not just trying to be a dirtbag, but just consider the elements and your safety versus being having some integrity and trying to let that person know that you hit their vehicle. So.
But when you keep going, are you doubling back to handle your wrong, to right your wrong?
After the snow, after the blizzard, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was it.
Okay. So let's get to the elephant in the room. St. Louis own Nelly Long Beach, California, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, all performed at Trump's inauguration. What's your guys' thoughts on it? I'll kick it off. Old me, I'd be like, oh, they sellouts, they clowns. Why they do that shit? Now, I can give a damn. You know, hopefully they got paid. Hopefully they charge Trump triple what they normally get for a performance. And, should be good business. You know, billionaires in that room, got network. Do you? I don't feel no kind of way about it, whatsoever. You know, you got to play the game. It's 2025. That's my thought. What you come with, Rob?
Sucker shit. Yeah, I think it's sucker shit. Like, I understand that. It's just sucker shit. To me, there's just certain things you just don't do. You know. Yeah, I don't really got nothing profound to say. I just think that's sucker shit.
Is there a price tag for you if you were an artist? Is there a price tag for you that you get the email coming from your booking agent? Hey, Trump wants you to come slide through. They ask what you want. Is there a price for you to perform? Or you just like, nah, they saying Elon Musk say we sending you a blank check.
Nah. Sometimes I think you just got to draw the line in the sand, and just like you talk about taking that L in the accident and calling insurance. Sometimes you're just going to take that L when it comes to that bag, man, and get it another way.
Okay, what's your thoughts, Jay?
Yeah, I agree. I think you turn it down. There's no amount unless you just like down bad, which neither one of them are. They can do other shows and make money elsewhere. I think you decline. If it was me, I would decline. Okay, it gets tricky. Trump let out Snoop's friend out of jail.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's payback.
You owe me a favor.
Yeah, favor for a favor. Or maybe a favor for a future favor, maybe. So I don't know how that goes, but I still think you just turn it down. And I don't think you get missed that much. I don't think you get too much backlash from Trump. Just come up with some excuse, like just book some other show and just say you can't make it.
So y'all telling me it's January, start 1 month to the new year, $10 million to perform. Y'all saying no?
Did you see what Snoop said like a few years ago about Kanye and everybody else performing, calling them, coons and all this, and then
that's
fast
why
forward.
That's why I thought he should be getting the most backlash, but Nelly seems to be catching the most heat. I don't know if because we're here in St. Louis or what, but it just seemed like he catching more heat than Snoop. But Snoop, he drew a line in the sand in 2017 when it came to this, and now, and you talk about the Harry O thing, like I don't know. I don't get it. Like it wouldn't matter to me. Like if somebody bailed you out of prison, I don't fuck with them, but they bailed you out. I still don't fuck with them. They did you a solid good, but I still don't fuck with them. That's not gonna make me say, you know what? Since they let my partner out, I'm gonna do this for them. Like, no, I still don't fuck with you. So, but that's just how I view it. Then I saw Stephen A. corny ass. He said something. He said Snoop did it he did it as a favor to the crypto dude, more so than Trump.
The Elon Musk Dogecoin.
Nah, I forgot the name he said, but I have to look it up. But anyway, he said that it was done more for that guy than it was for Trump. Because he said he reached out to Snoop and just tried to get his side of the story or whatever, and That's what he put out, that it was more for the crypto guy than it was for because the crypto guy had invested into Snoop's Little League football. He had donated money towards that. So in return, he did that concert for him.
Shit, Lil Wayne and Kodak Black was pardoned by Trump. I don't know. Wonder why they wasn't there. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Let's go to the next one. I want to get y'all thoughts on this. Snitching is the new, is the new form of snitching a lawsuit. And I'm speaking of Drake, like, is that hip hop? What's y'all thoughts on that? With him coming with a lawsuit, dropping a lawsuit, coming with another lawsuit. I think we all smart enough to see what he's trying to do, which is to turn the NFL against Kendrick with the not performing, not like us. But I want to get y'all thoughts on that. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like this is chess, not checkers? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all feel like this is smart business move, or do y'all feel like this is just some entitlement shit? Let me get y'all feedback on this.
I'm gonna let Jay kick this one off. This is right in his
I'm gonna try to compose myself and be brief.
Come with it, man. Now come with it, because I want you to come with it. I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about it.
Oh no, yes they are.
I haven't. Maybe I haven't seen it. I haven't seen people go in depth on this, and this make me change my view of dude. I'm not gonna even lie to you. This makes me change my view of him. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts, your views, and what you think his agenda is.
Okay, plain and simple. In rap, this is the biggest sucker move anybody has ever pulled, ever, to me. Basically suing over a rap song. Now the rap song is he's saying some bad stuff about you. The pedophile thing, only murder is worse. But you started this. It was supposed to be a friendly battle. You start talking about this man's family, talking about he beats women, his kids are not his, all this stuff. You started that, and he warned you, don't play with my family, keep it simple, and I'll keep it simple. And so basically, and in different songs, I missed it. I didn't really pay attention to the Drake songs, but Drake was saying that he expected Kendrick to talk about the pedophile angle, because before this, Drake had that stain on his jacket of being a pedo before Not Like Us. So it's nothing new. Yeah. He been had that. Like, look up the concert video where he was kissing the 17-year-old girl, hugging her and kissing her.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that, but shit, I don't remember him getting that R. Kelly vibe. I don't remember that about him.
Which one was that? He was in a 16-year-old DMs, or was she younger than that? Damn.
It's been a lot of suspect stuff. Like Millie Bobby Brown, the girl from Stranger Things. She said she talks to Drake, and Drake was saying how he missed her. And
maybe that's how cool it was.
He was 14 at the time, and she said he was talking to her about boys, just creepy stuff like that. It's another video where he was talking about hugging little kids. He was on the red carpet doing the interview, and he was talking about hugging some little kids. Just Google Drake, or look it up on YouTube, Drake pedo, and you'll see a bunch of videos about it. But back to your question, it's the weakest thing ever. It's just a ploy to save face. That's how I took it at first, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, maybe this dude is trying to go Kanye and just act crazy and flaky to try to get out of his record deal. So, it's up in the air which one it is. I think he wants out of his deal so he can go independent or go sign somewhere else. But to sue over this song is lame. So, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add. It's bitch shit.
That's what it is. Yeah,
it's real bitch shit. And for someone to have, he got a team around him, I guess he got a bunch of yes men to where no one's like, hey, you sure you want to do this? Like, you sure this the route we want to go? So did you say is this the new form of snitching? Was that part of the question?
Yeah, I was like, is the new form of snitching a legal lawsuit?
No, I don't think. No, I don't. No, I don't think this is a new form of snitching. Um, it's just bitch shit.
Yeah.
In this case, filing a lawsuit, because you took a L is is bitch shit.
I was Jay. You said something. You said this is the lamest thing that's ever been done in hip hop, and I've been wrecking my brain in this little short period of time trying to think of, you know, um, some other lame moves. I guess the only thing I could try to think of is just executives trying to blackball certain artists. You know what I'm saying? But this tops that. Murder Inc. trying to blackball 50 when they had their beef, and here come M and Dre, launching 50 career. Um, this tops that. This is real lame sucker shit. We don't do this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That whole is he trying to get out his rap contract? I don't know about that angle. I think it's about him not wanting Kendrick to use that platform, which is the biggest sporting event in the world, to take shots at him, which will make more people who are not hip hop heads pay attention to a song that's highlighting him, which probably, if any of this shit is true, this just rap shit. Tell you the truth, I ain't never looked at him as no pedophile. I'm gonna be honest with you. But if the feds get hold to this shit, he'll be the next P. Diddy, if there's any truth to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's lame shit. I don't consider this shit hip hop, and I haven't heard one artist speak out or speak down on dude about this at all. I don't think I've heard no cats, none of his peers speak out and speak ill of this cat like that. That's lame shit, because I think they're still hunting for a feature from the cat. So yeah,
Mm,
what'd you say?
um, I don't know. It seems like I've heard people call him out on this bitch shit.
You heard
You know,
who? What artist?
um,
Not nobody from California. Like, don't.
nah. I mean, it's people out there. I like Rhapsody. She posted something about
Okay, yeah,
like
I did see that. Yeah,
you know.
absolutely right.
So there have been a few.
Okay.
Um, he's definitely getting roasted on podcasts and whatnot. But to kind of stay on this topic, you talk about snitching. So apparently he's snitching on LeBron in his freestyle.
Yes. What did that remind you all of?
I don't know what.
That reminded me of Kobe getting caught telling on Shaq.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah.
that reminded me of. I know it's get back, but that was like that's what that rest in peace did it. That's what that reminded me of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
definitely.
so here's a question on top of that. No, he's still a bitch. But did LeBron do something? Was LeBron wrong? So, hey, let's say it's true. Let's say he did line LeBron up with females, and they had this type of relationship. Was LeBron wrong for standing on standing up at the concert out at the pop up and vibing and doing all that? Did he do? Did he betray Drake in your eyes?
No. No. I think some people, when they are going through it, they want you to show your loyalty.
Okay, I don't, I hate to cut you off, but I want to
Sure.
give it a little more context. Try to make it a little more personable to see if your answer still stays the same. So you and Jay got y'all relationship now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some other nigga is saying Jay is a piece of shit. He a deadbeat dad. He can't cut grass right. He don't know how to run a business, whatever. And you know, basically, like, yeah, you got a point. Like, damn,
Nah,
okay, I'm
I'm.
rocking. I hear what you're saying. Like, I hear what you're saying. Like, he don't have Jay don't have he shouldn't feel a certain way. Or like, damn, nigga, you could have spoke up and said like, nah,
I'm in the.
it,
I'm in the middle. Let's use Jay. Let's use Mario. I'm in the middle of that. Whatever they got feuding going on, I'm not. I'm not Team Jay. I'm not Team Mario. Y'all gonna fix that shit. I'm enjoying myself. Y'all are two artists that I enjoy listening to. I know both of y'all personally. Both of you all done been over to my house. I'm gonna say right. Maybe more Jay.
uh,
Maybe more Jay than
I
Mario.
don't know if
Mario
we can say
you
that. I don't know if we can say that
should have Kendrick. Okay, right.
yeah.
So that's your war, man. That's your war. That's your battle. You don't need people to help you fight. You should need other people to help you fight if you're a man. That's your battle. That's your fight. It's different if you feel like LeBron is feeding him information about you. That's totally different to me. But just rocking out at a concert, nah, to me, I wouldn't look at you crazy like that unless I felt like you all were talking behind my back. If that means anything, So I wouldn't judge him or nothing like that. Well, I hope he wouldn't judge me like that though. I don't want to be in your war. Is what I'm saying if I'm neutral.
What do you think, Jay? If we got a relationship and some niggas coming at me hard, and you at that nigga, and you go to that nigga's concert, and you having a blast, does he have the right to feel a certain way about that?
You're on mute, Jay. You're still on mute, Jay. We can't hear you. You gonna take the mute button out, Jay?
He probably giving a passionate ass response.
Right.
We can't even hear it.
Oh, okay. I don't know how they got on mute. My fault. Yeah, the other guy can feel a type of way, but you got to take into account Drake is a bitch, like you said. That dude, by all accounts, does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, messing with people, chicks. He has a history of trying to break people's families up. So it's not like Drake is like a saint and people just hating on him. He does a lot of like stuff behind the scenes, a lot of hating on people, and should have just caught up with him.
Yeah, I think and it took me a minute to actually give him a shred of I think he does have the right to be angry. But he did bitch shit to his response was a bitch response.
Yeah.
To me, if we done did whatever and we had a tight relationship and now this nigga dissing me and you at his concert and you just bopping. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna look at you a certain way for doing that. But my response shouldn't be airing your dirty laundry out either.
To break your family up.
Yeah,
you don't play with that.
Listen, if you are an artist and I'm a fan, I don't rap, and I come over your house to say, old boy just dropped a grenade on you. That motherfucker fire, and I play it for you. Now I'm your boy. I'm telling you, the song hard as a motherfucker. Now he lying about you, but the song hard as a motherfucker. He riding the shit out the beat. You the one got to respond, not me. But I'm gonna let you know this motherfucker hard. We went to school with old boy. I'm cool with him. I'm cool with you. But you my ace. I can't be real and tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this song fire, dog. Like,
but that's not the scenario we're talking about. Like, far as we know, that conversation wasn't had you know, the beef was going on. The pop out concert happened, and you know, LeBron just boop, he just pop up, and he just out there bopping.
But he wasn't
So
even on stage. Like
that doesn't matter. He LeBron, and the camera found him.
yeah.
The camera found him. He's a 6'9" nigga. You're gonna find him in the middle of a crowd.
Listen,
So
that was a LA who's who needs to be there. So I ain't supposed to be there, and I live in the city to show my loyalty to your friendship when you come around every, you know, twice a year or something like that. Man, nah, Drake ain't no friend. Drake ain't no friend.
look, I'm not advocating for him at
I know.
all. He you know, I do think he, you know, he has a right to feel a certain way about that situation, but his response was bitch shit. So
So let me ask y'all a question. We went through this before in hip hop history. Tupac, Snoop, Biggie, Puffy. Did Pac have the right to feel the way he felt about Snoop saying that I don't have no problem with Big and Diddy? Those are my friends. Did Pac have a right to feel like that, to be mad at Snoop for getting on the radio saying those kind of things? Would he just beat a murder case?
I think so because did you have a problem with me, like with the uncut version of America's Most Wanted, and him parodying him? You know what I'm fucking trying to say.
Parent.
You know what the uncut version that just, you know, did Snoop have a problem with that? Didn't seem like he had a problem with that. He didn't have a problem with Pac riding on them. Snoop did what he did back then, what we've seen, what we saw now. He switched up. Like he dissed Biggie on songs before. And then to come back and say, "Oh, those my friends." So to me, yeah, Pac had every right to, because Snoop, you know, he showed it early that, you know, that nigga switched sides. He a politician.
Okay. What do you think, Jay?
What's the I'm sorry, what's the question?
Did so we were speaking of switching sides. Did Tupac have a right to feel a way about Snoop saying, getting on the radio saying that Biggie and Diddy were his friends? He didn't have no beef with them.
Oh yeah. Especially knowing what we now know about Diddy putting money on his head. It seemed like some of these Tupac stories might have been true about Diddy. You know, probably not Biggie, but Diddy having something to do with setting them up to get robbed at the Quad Studios. Even if it's not true, just how much of a snake Diddy is now, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I would be a little bit mad at Snoop back if I was Tupac back then. You should probably, if you feel that way, just be quiet. Let the beef die down first before you say something like that. Like you got to pick a side. You on my side, or you can't be in the middle. That wasn't the time to be in the middle. I think you stay on Tupac's side, or you just stay quiet.
Okay.
And I think that whole shit corny anyway. Like, nigga, you know, we on a label, nigga. Like, this is a record label. Like, you don't like them, okay. I would have more respect for him if he was like, hey, look, I'm gonna just stay out of it. Like, they're my partners. I fuck with them. You got a problem with them? Hey, I'm gonna let you handle that. You know, it's a fucking rap label. Like, you could be off this label and on another label in a couple of years. I don't understand why they just, you know, they try to treat it like it's street shit, but it's a fucking record label, man.
It was our politics. It was our politics to sell records. Like, you knew who called you to the studio to record. The robbery took place. That's how I always felt about it. You know, that's how I always felt about it. Like, Snoop just beat a murder case. He ain't trying to go to war. You know, so he wasn't trying to, you know, get rah-rah like what Pac was. Pac was trying to get to Snoop status, and he eventually got to his status with that album of All Eyes on Me and Big and stuff like that. Okay. I just want to get y'all thoughts on that.
Let me ask you a question. Let me add something before we leave this topic. I'm watching YouTube right now. DJ Academic says UMG, who Drake is suing, it filed a petition to dismiss the lawsuit, and they are saying that Drake should sue Kendrick. Why are you suing us for defamation? We didn't write the damn song, so you should sue Kendrick. If Drake sues Kendrick, what do we think about Drake?
I mean, to me, nothing changes. He's still well, I guess he's more of a bitch.
Bigger bitch.
Yeah. Because people are looking at it now as like he's suing over Kendrick's song. So if he just outright sues him, Kendrick, then yeah, he just be a bigger bitch.
And not only that, I've seen him at his own concert playing the song, letting the song play and reciting it word for word. Like there's another Drake that Kendrick is rapping about, trying to show face like it doesn't bother him. Like, yeah, it's just real lame. He's a good
You
artist.
seen him rapping to it?
Yeah, he was quoting shit. He was quoting shit from that song. It was at one of his concerts. He was quoting that shit, letting that shit play. He was quoting some shit. I never seen nothing like that in my life. Like, why are you playing y'all? He played Metro Boomin, BBL Drizzy when he had that added into Sexy Red song. You know what I'm saying? Like you really hurt by it, but you're trying to act off like it doesn't bother you. Like you butthurt about this shit. Like, yeah, you big time. Like it really has. The purpose of a battle to me, you're gonna get a winner, you're gonna get a loser. But you never walk away looking at the loser like, man, I hate this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Until now.
To this particular battle, it really has made me look at him really different. And it's not like the dude can't produce a good song. I'm looking at his character that I don't like about him no more. I don't like his character. I don't like the stories that's coming out about how he stole artist songs. You know, they have a song, want to feature for him, and he walks away from it by giving the feature, and he owns the entire song. I don't like stuff like that. That's bad business, but that's bad business on the artist that brought the song to him. But that's malicious. Yeah, I think that's some house shit he doing.
But that's been his character. And these stories have been out there. It just took this L it took for him to take this L for it to really be like, you know what, this dude really is a piece of shit.
Not only is he a piece of shit, he do not want to stop. He do not want to stop. And I think I think this lawsuits are a version of him trying to continue it. It's a slick way for him trying to continue and shit. Man, just take your L and enjoy the rest of your winner. Go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
and this is what
this kind of dying down. He brought it back with the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Now this is gonna be way out of left field, but when you said playing your own diss song, this is totally out of left field. But it just made me think of it. Like I remember Mystical. I remember him doing an interview and saying he used to ride around playing the diss song that UNLV had on him, Drag Him in the River. Like he used to drive around playing it because he thought the shit was hard. I mean, I don't know if you know the song I'm talking about.
I heard it, but I didn't know it, but I heard about it.
It's what's Juvenile's song?
Back that ass up?
No, Juvenile set it off. So so Manny Fresh did the beat. So the same beat that set it off that's the beat that was used on that UNLV track in like 99, and it was dissing Mystical. But it just made me think of it to where he did an interview saying like he used to drive around bumping that shit because he thought it was hard, even though it was dissing him.
Yeah, that's wild. I never heard of them cats before. And I felt like I was born yesterday. Like I never heard of them. I don't know any of their names or anything like that. But I remember one of them beef documentaries that was brought up, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know where I was at. I did not know that took place." Just over some South shit, yeah. All right, let's go to the next topic. Who are we blaming for the Ravens' playoff exit, and what needs to change? This is the third year with Lamar Jackson MVP reign that they have been booted from the playoffs.
Hey, do you guys know they ran that same play? I don't
Yeah,
know if it was last year, the same exact play, and the same thing happened.
This motherfucker has dropped the ball every single time.
They ran the same exact play.
Listen, it's a decent play. He's open.
It's a good play. It was perfect.
Yeah. Like, remix it. Get somebody else in there to catch the damn ball. But I've never seen somebody get open and drop it with the game on the line. Because I bet you in regular season, he don't drop that ball. It's some playoff shit.
You might have
I'm coming with you, right? Yeah. Who we blaming?
I mean, it's Mark Andrews. I mean, that was costly. True. I mean, that cost him an opportunity to go to overtime. But the fumble that he had, to me, is worse because he was doing some shit he don't supposed to be doing. Like he caught the ball. He's wide open. He caught it, and he evaded one tackler. So instead of him continuing upfield, he gonna go sideways to try to get more. Like, nigga, you ain't no wide receiver. You a tight end. You catch that motherfucker and you just go straight upfield, get what you can get. But he got the ball punched out doing some shit he ain't supposed to do. So that was costly. And then obviously dropping the 2-point conversion, sealed their fate. But I know we're gonna get to the Lions after this, but I really found me like it's been a 3-year process with me and the Lions, and I've gotten to the point now where when they lose, I'm fucked up about it.
Yeah, we gonna get to them.
so when they lost Saturday, I was fucked up about it, but I actually felt worse for when the Ravens lost, because it's like I get it, because I was rooting so hard for Lamar. I wanted to see him, get over the hump and just prove all these naysayers wrong. And for it just to happen on a play like that, like it was just, I was like, I haven't watched any sports shows. I just removed myself from it because I did not want to hear him talk about the Lions, and I damn sure didn't want to talk about how Lamar failed again. So, yeah. But so are we all in agreement, Squeak, that it was Andrews, or are you gonna say it's coaching or something else?
I'm gonna come with. I'm gonna let Jay go first. Then I'm gonna cook y'all. I'm gonna cook. What's up, Jay? Who you got? Who's the blame for the Ravens?
It's Lamar. He had a fumble too. Let it get. It's the coaching. It's a team effort. Now Andrews messed it up. It's not guaranteed if he would have caught that they go into overtime that they win. It's you still got to score.
They had a lot of time left on the clock.
I thought it was at the end.
It was like it's gonna be like a minute or less on the clock.
Okay.
So Buffalo would have got the ball and had an opportunity to go down to try to kick a field goal. Yeah.
Okay. From what I remember, I thought it was less time. I thought it was like right at the end. But yeah, they still got to defend them and defend again if it goes into overtime. But it's Andrews dropping that ball. You have to catch that. You have to give your team a chance to get into overtime. That was a simple, easy catch. So ultimately, it's on Andrews.
Let me tell y'all how I feel. It's easy for me to say it's Mark Andrews because that's visually what we saw in the end. Baltimore do the same shit every year. They do the same shit every year. When you need them to be good, and when the game matters for them during the playoffs, they do not get it done. They come out flimsy. They make all kind of turnovers, all kind of errors, and then come fourth quarter, they want to play catch-up ball. And it's either a turnover or they run out of time. That's the coaching to me. They have to get that shit done, get that shit right. And I think this is going to be good development for Lamar, because Josh Allen was facing the same thing last year. Very, very athletic quarterback that was making costly decisions with turnovers. He's really fixed that this year. But come Sunday, it's his big hurdle. Can he beat Mahomes in Kansas City? Because that's all he's really been trying to do. But he started this year having more ball control than he's ever had with less. I didn't expect Buffalo to get this far. Getting back to the Baltimore Ravens, though, their team in playoffs do not play how they play in regular season. And Lamar has something to do with that. Those receivers, once again, they did not give they didn't run the ball enough. They don't gave Derrick Henry like 16 carries. They could have ran the ball a little bit more. They could have been more conservative and more clock management with the ball, and putting that ball into Lamar's hands. He's best when he's running the ball. And I just think they really need to hit the drawing board and get that shit together, because I don't think they need to be making a whole lot of trades. I think they got all the damn pieces they need. I just think they need to come together as a team and get more focused. We saw the same thing a few years ago with Cincinnati Bengals. They would kick ass during regular season, first round playoff, get sent home. All kind of penalties and all this. So your coaching has to bring set that mindset, because when you think about the Chiefs, you think about the New England Patriots, man, they rarely, especially the Patriots, they rarely self-destructed like that as a team. And they didn't have like some of the top guys at every position.
But they had the best coach.
There you go.
They had the best coach.
They had the best coach that got their team the mindset. They will wait for you to F up and take advantage of it. And for Tom Brady don't get a lot of credit for how he changed the game. He'll nickel and dime your ass to the end zone. 5 yards here, 7 yards here, 10 yards here. Screen pass to the running back. I mean, before you know it, you look up, shit, you see New England on the damn field all damn day with the ball. That's how it was at the Super Bowl when they played against Atlanta Falcons. It's like I'm sitting up here drinking like, goddamn, is Matt Ryan still playing? Like, he on the sideline getting his haircut and shit. Tom Brady running up and down, scoring time after time. So to me, I say it's an overall blame of the players and the coach not getting the right mindset for playoff football. Y'all killing yourself. Y'all digging yourself in the hole for first quarter, and then y'all have to really fight y'all way back come fourth quarter, and y'all pointing fingers. You can see the chemistry between them. I was really hurting for Lamar, but I hope this is what he needs to wake up and make a better approach this next fall. So
when you say better approach, what does Lamar have to do?
So what he has to do is stop trying to, when you go up against your other quarterbacks like Josh Allen, like
elite quarterbacks, right?
Elite quarterbacks. You try to beat them at their game. Man, play your damn game. You are a dual threat quarterback. Play your goddamn game. Y'all need to be running at least a minimum of 25 carries. Whether it's whether it's Derrick Henry. Y'all need to be running. That's y'all shit. That is y'all shit. Then y'all can come with the pass attack and all this shit. Man, y'all running 16 carries and shit. Y'all very predictable. Listen, it looked good in the end, but he's steady getting them turnovers and shit. So now you playing catch up. And even when he was playing catch up, he delivered, but shit, everybody else started effing up. Like Mark Andrews missed some easy catches doing that before the fumble came. He missed a wide open catch that he had. Then he turned around and fumbled. Then he turned around and dropped it for the 2-point conversion. Why not get that damn ball to damn Derrick Henry for the 2-point conversion? Like it's just
they tried that earlier and it didn't work. They went for 2 earlier.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
It didn't work. I don't think like Lamar. I mean, you say Lamar gotta think about this. He had an opportunity to win a 3rd MVP this year, and this is the best season he's ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a season he threw for 40 some odd touchdowns, only had 4 interceptions. He threw for 4,000 yards. He ran for 900 yards. No one's ever done that. Like you say, Lamar gotta do better. Like, damn, Lamar really can't do anymore.
Yeah, he can. He
Because if he does any more, he's gonna be goddamn the most perfect quarterback.
So let me ask you a question. When you look at Josh Allen performance, did he play like the MVP guy Sunday?
Who? Lamar?
Josh Allen. No.
No, I don't believe so.
Exactly. So here's the guy who came into this season with his last year. Stephon Diggs was on their squad, so I don't think nobody had Buffalo going to the playoffs because they lost so many different players. So he really stepped up, but he didn't really have to do shit this game, and he's turned around and beat Lamar. He didn't really have to do shit this game. Just make sure you manage this. Make sure you manage this game. He was hitting his players. Just manage the game. Make good decisions. Do not turn this over.
Yeah, I just don't see how you say Lamar got to come back next year and do better. I just don't see how he can. Like, he played at an all-time level this year. I know he had the fumble, but he did not lose this game. He played well enough for his team to win this game.
Well, anytime you have a turnover and it leads to points, you got to have accountability for that. The fumble led to points. The interception led to points. And it just wasn't him. Now, I'm not saying he the reason they lost. It wasn't just him. Shit, then it transferred over to Mark Andrews.
I mean, this shit happens. Like, Tom Brady threw a pick 6 in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. He threw a pick 6 in that motherfucker. And they sent the game to overtime, eventually won. That same narrative was building up for Lamar. Lamar had a turnover that led to a touchdown. He brought his team back, got them to the opportunity to the point where they could make it to overtime. Mark Andrews dropped the motherfucking ball.
Man, they moved up and down on Buffalo in the second.
Yeah, they damn near doubled them up in yards.
Yeah,
they had like 400 some yards,
but at the end of the day, it didn't amount to them getting the momentum. It didn't amount to them catching the lead and winning and anything of that. It just mean they was just moving up and down.
No, they were moving the ball. So what happened? Like I said earlier, the fumble that Mark Andrews had was a killer.
It was
because they were moving down the field, and I think they were at a point where they could either tie or go ahead at that point. They fumbled, and Buffalo took it down and scored.
Mm-hmm.
But they held them. Did they hold them? I think they held them to a field goal to keep it to win an 8-point. Yeah, that's what it was. So the defense held them. Buffalo kicked the field goal and made it an 8-point game to where they had to score the touchdown and go for 2. So that Mark Andrews fumble, that was a turning point because they had the opportunity to go down and score and take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
He fumbled that ball and put them in a situation to where they had to go for 2. I think it's just one of them things, man. Like, sometimes you just got to take these L's, Mike took some tough losses along the way. I guess it's just I just really feel bad for him. for Lamar though.
So let me ask you a question: Will Lamar having possibly approaching his third MVP with him being kicked out in the second round of the playoffs? Was this season a bust
For him or for the team?
for him? For him, was the season a bust for him? Possibly had one of your easiest routes to the Super Bowl.
No, this wasn't the easiest route. The easiest route was last year because you had everything. You were the number 1 seed, and you had the game in your house.
I think adding Derrick Henry. I thought. Let me just say that I thought adding Derrick Henry this year
No,
would have made the world difference of what they needed. But they were showing me they didn't know how to use Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry obviously takes you to another level, but when you have the number 1 seed and you only have to play 2 games to win to get to the Super Bowl, as opposed to somebody else having to play 3,
Yeah.
last year was the easier route.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts, Jay? Was this a bust for Lamar? Third MVP, get knocked out second round of the playoffs?
Yeah, I was watching some video of him in the locker room before he came out and did the press conference, and he said it more or less, how disappointed he was. He was crying. So I think, yeah, if your goal is to make it to the Super Bowl, at least make it and win the Super Bowl, and you get knocked off in the playoffs back to back like this, yeah, it was a bust.
Okay.
Good season, good regular season, but if your goal is to take it all away, it's a bust.
Yeah, it's a bust when you look at last year. Last year they lost in the AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
This year they lost in the divisional round. So you didn't win a division. Well, they did win a division. They had no more seed last year. They couldn't get that this year. They had to play, 3 games. You lose in the divisional round, so you couldn't even get back to the point where you were last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a bust.
Okay.
Even though he did do a little bit to repair his image because he played well. Like he played well the week before against who? Who did he play? Pittsburgh. He played well against them. He didn't play bad in this game. He had the turnover. So he kind of, people. So no one's looking at him like, damn, Lamar, you couldn't get it done again. It was like people gonna be like, damn, Mark Andrews, you fucked this game up for us.
No, they looking at him like you cannot escape that when you did make it. You cannot avoid that. Like you couldn't get it done. You whether it's Mark Andrews or your early turnovers.
I get it. He turned the game. He turned it over. I'll say it's a bust, but no one is looking at him. I would say 80% of the blame or 80% of the fingers are being pointed at Mark Andrews.
Yeah. I ain't gonna keep on trying to debate that. It's the same shit every year with them. Couple of turnovers, he fight back. Yeah, it's the same shit, Let's go on to the one squad that you since became a fan of, the Detroit Lions. So this year they was exit from the divisional rounds. They have now since lost their offensive coordinator, has a head coach for the Chicago Bears. The defensive coordinator has taken the head coaching job for the New York Jets. Has the Super Bowl window closed for the Detroit Lions?
I'll go first. If the coaches are, I say no. I say no because, the talent isn't going anywhere. They still have the best offensive line. They still got those weapons. So, no, I don't think their Super Bowl window is closed. Is part of the question blame, or is there a blame to be talked about in this one too?
Yeah, it is. I was gonna make that the second. We're gonna go to the first round, or is the Super Bowl window has the Super Bowl window closed for them, and then we
So I
coming
s-
back. Who's to blame?
so I say no. They still have the talent. Um, I think they still have the ability. I mean, they have the talent. So they're. I think coordinators, like specifically offensive coordinator, will be dying to get that job. Um, so no, I don't think that window's closed.
What about you,
As
Jay?
far,
What you say?
You can't say it for me. You can't say if it's closed or not. I'm with you, Rodney. They still have the same talent. The NFL only has 6 to 8 good teams, elite teams every year anyway. And they still nothing changed. No one got I can't remember if anybody got hurt too badly. So let's say they return back with the head coach with basically the same players. To me, they are still contenders unless they come back like the 49ers and just get a bunch of people hurt. But at this point, I think they are still contenders for next year. So, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm disagreeing with you guys. I think that window, and I think that train has left them. I think this was probably their best chance at going to the Super Bowl with the 49ers out of the playoff picture. I didn't pick Detroit to make it, but once the playoffs started, I was like, damn, I should have picked them. Detroit is the sleeper. They gonna do it. And I didn't factor in the players that they had hurt on defense. Um, but with that being said, it was the offense that was making. Okay, let's go to the blame. Who's to blame? Jared Goff to me. I think he's holding Detroit Lions back. I think. If Matthew Stafford was back with Detroit, I think Detroit would be headed to the Super Bowl. I think Aaron Rodgers can get to Detroit and get with that same offense and get them to the Super Bowl. I think Jared Goff is what's holding them back. What's your thoughts, Rod, on who you think is holding Detroit back? Who's to blame for their loss?
Ironically, I think the two of the people that I blame for the loss, they got they got jobs.
Oh, the offense coordinator and the defense coordinators?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Ben Johnson, he calling a fucking wide receiver pass,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
and
That's fam. But I was like, yeah, what was that for?
like, and Aaron Glenn's defense, they couldn't do shit. They couldn't get Washington off the field when they needed to.
Now let's give him a break.
Oh, no breaks. Don't
Let
give
me
a
say
fuck.
this.
The people have been hurt for fucking pretty much 3/4 of the season. They've dealt with injuries. Aiden Hutchinson went down. Shit, they're in the week 5 or something like that, and
Mhm.
they've had still have had injuries. But hey, injuries happen. You got to do something. You got to make something happen. And his like he didn't show up. He didn't show up. His defense didn't show up when they needed. So ironically for me, the two guys that they lost and two guys that got jobs, they gotta shoulder some of this. And of course Jared Goff got a shoulder because he had 3 interceptions or something, so he didn't play his best game. So
This not on the topic, but let me shoot this right back at you. Is it his defense didn't show up, or is that dude Jake Daniels that dude like that, even though he's a rookie?
it could be two things can be true.
I think that's what he was. Listen. The defense was playing with intensity, even though they was backup guys and everything like that. That Detroit defense was playing with intensity. They just was so was the Commanders too, offensively. They were matching them, and I thought that Detroit offense would shut out the Commanders defense. That's where I thought the mismatch would be. So that's why I didn't pick the Commanders, because even though I knew Detroit defense was banged up, Commanders on paper don't have no good defense either. And I thought that Detroit's offense was just too high potent for them. But game ain't won on paper. And Jared Goff made a ton of mistakes. What's your thoughts, Jay?
I would like to know what would happen if when Goff got hit up under the chin and got knocked back, if they would have called what was that, roughing the passer?
He wasn't no passer.
Well, it was a personal foul.
Roughing the quarterback. Okay, personal foul on the quarterback.
Yeah, it would have been a personal foul.
I would like to, Rodney, you think they should have called that?
I mean, this is another topic because the refereeing this past weekend was awful.
It was bad.
It was awful. So I can't remember. They took that back for a touchdown, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they called it a penalty, then from that spot they would have moved it back 15 yards, and Detroit would have had an opportunity to defend, and maybe hold them to a field goal. So yeah, I mean, and yes, it should have been called, because in today's NFL, those things are called. They call those.
Let me get a timeout here. Let me see if I understand what you all are talking about. You're talking about Jared Goff throwing the interception, right? And the defensive back for the Commanders catches the ball and he goes to return the ball, right? So at that point, Jared Goff is not a quarterback, because he was stepping to try to stop the D-back from scoring the touchdown. And as he stepped, the Commanders guy hit him.
But it's not about the quarterback. You can't crack back or go and just take somebody out on a return. They took that out of the game. Okay. So it's not about him being a quarterback.
Okay.
They've taken that element because it used to be to where if an interception was thrown, you would seek out the quarterback and go hit him because it was legal. So they've taken that out of the game, and you can't crack back on anybody. Remember, like if somebody wasn't looking and
kind of like a blindside hit.
Yeah, they've taken
was
that out
that
of the game.
considered a blindside hit?
No, that wasn't a blindside hit, but it was clearly helmet to helmet.
Because he did hit him up top. He hit him up. Okay. So I follow what you're saying now. Okay.
So yeah, that should have been called. And yeah, and the fucking Chiefs. God damn, man. Whew. Whew. God damn.
So Rodney, they wouldn't. I don't remember the play entirely, but they wouldn't call that back after Goff got hit.
No,
the interception. They would have stayed.
The interception would have remained. So instead of this being a pick six, they would have returned it to, is that him right there on the 10? So if that's him on the 10, then they would have moved that ball back to the 25-yard line, and Detroit would have had opportunity to at least try to hold them to a field goal or stop them altogether.
So it was number 4 that put the hit on Jared Goff, right? Or the guy that's
number 4. I think number 4 was gonna come up and hit him.
They said it's the defenseless quarterback rule. So he gets
he actually should have went down to be honest.
Same protection. Like if damn.
but he's not a quarterback at that point. See, that's helmet to helmet. Yeah, right there under the chin. You can't hit nobody like that. We're not, it's supposed to be called, but
I mean, I thought that was a good no call, y'all. I'm sorry.
You can't lead with the crown of your helmet into the other guy's face, but
yeah. So this is what they were saying, that they thought he had a possible concussion on.
Mhm.
Okay, because I'm like, I didn't for some reason, I didn't see this. I saw the interception live. I don't think I saw the replay of Jared Goff getting hit like that. I saw him
Yeah.
getting up, but I didn't see what knocked him down like that.
Yeah, because they replayed it, and their rules analyst that they have on the broadcast,
Mm-hmm.
he came on and said that should have been called.
Okay, so
Lee,
that's what they was
Lee,
talking about.
yeah, he came on the broadcast and saying that should have been all called because he led with the helmet. It was forcible contact. Like,
So at the 10-yard line, they're doing 15 yards from that. So like you said, that'd be a 25.
yeah, be at the 25, and now you got an opportunity to hold them to it because that was a 17-14 game. Washington was up, so you got an opportunity to hold to a field goal, make it 20-14 instead of 24-14. You know, and like Jay just showed that Jameson, scoring a touchdown. It was a 10-point game, and that brought it to a 3-point game. But whatever, they didn't play well enough. They lost. It is what it is. It is what it is. Fuck it.
Yeah,
So
that's
with-
kind of what it boils down to.
Mhm.
Like once you get over it, you're like, fuck, it is what it is. See you next year.
Hey, listen, they had a great year, man. They
That
had
was the first year that was the first time I put my Lions gear on, man.
really.
the first game I put my
jersey
Lions.
you got? Who jersey you got?
I got a Lions sweater, and I got an Axel Foley Detroit Lions jacket.
Okay. Okay. I hope they get their act together. They really have revitalized the city. Even though I think Matthew Stafford's a better quarterback, he never led that team too deep in the playoffs like Jared Goff has led them. So I have to say that. Got to give credit where credit's due, but I think he's their weakest link. But with that said, let's go to that next topic.
Hang on before we go here. If the Chiefs beat the Bills this week, you might as well just crown them, give them the 3-peat. It's over.
Nah, you got to do it. You got to do it. Listen, once upon a time, Buffalo Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 consecutive years. Didn't win one. Didn't win one. And they never get talked about as a dynasty. So can you be a dynasty without winning? They went 4 consecutive years to the Super Bowl. Didn't win one Super Bowl.
What's your point?
So the point Jay saying, just because the Chiefs go 3 consecutive years, you got to get it. I'm saying you got to.
No, he's saying they're gonna win it.
I'm saying,
you saying they're gonna win it?
Yeah. Who else? Who's left to stop them? The Eagles.
The Eagles.
I mean, hey,
the Eagles.
Jalen Daniels he might be that guy.
I know if I could change my pick, I would lay some money on the rookie, man. I really would lay some money on the rookie. Like I've never seen a rookie wield his team like that. I'm a Russell Wilson fan. And Russell Wilson put up he put up 428 yards in the playoff his rookie year. I think they lost to Atlanta, or either was that 49ers his rookie year. He did the thing, but he turned around and won it the next year, though. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Jay Nail's mama fine too.
I ain't saying that. So who y'all got going to the Super Bowl? Who y'all got out of the 4 teams? NFC, we have the Commanders, we have the Eagles. AFC, Bills, Chiefs. Come with you, Jay. Who do you have in the Super Bowl match?
It's a coin toss right now. I would go with the Bills, but I would not be surprised if the Chiefs win.
Okay.
And then I would love to see Daniels make it. But I'm not mad if the Eagles make it. It's down to the Final 4. I'm okay with whoever gets in, but I guess that's my answer. I'm good with whoever makes it.
I
think it's a good story for Daniels to get in, and of course, it's a better story for Daniels to get in. And the 3-peat with the Chiefs, but then the Bills have been right at the cusp, and haven't made it. It'll be good if they make it. And then the Eagles, I think they are just like somebody made a point, like making the point I made online. All the stuff I'm saying, how Daniels, it would be nice for the rookie, Chiefs 3-peat, Bills getting over the hump. And then if the Eagles get in, you're like, oh, well, okay. That's kind of how I feel about the Eagles. Okay, they made
it. What about you, Rod? Who you got out of the 4 teams? Who you got going to the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go Eagles, Bills. Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles, Bills.
If history holds, the Eagles should beat the Commanders. You know, a rookie. Rookie playing against Barkley and the experienced quarterback. They're supposed to win. But if they lose, that's gonna be tough.
It's the Eagles Commanders is. Both games are a toss up for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles Commanders are division opponents. They split the regular season. Bills Chiefs, they've obviously played each other a couple of times in the playoffs. They played during the regular season. So both teams are very familiar with each other. I hate the Chiefs, so I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them even if you can assure me they'll lose in the Super Bowl, then okay, fine. Because I would like to see them lose in the Super Bowl. I would like to them be denied of the 3-peat in the Super Bowl. If you can assure me of that, but fuck it, just let them bitches lose this Sunday, man. Fuck it. But you gotta beat them and the motherfucking referees, man. And look, I don't think there's a conspiracy of any kind that the referees have to give Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs more calls. But goddamn. Man.
Before you answer,
they make you think about it.
Let me ask this. Let me kind of think about it. Lamar or the Bills quarterback, Josh Allen, will win the MVP. But who is the real MVP of the league? Who's the most valuable player of the league?
Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley makes Jalen Hurts' job easy. He does everything. He can catch from the backfield. He can run. If Jalen Hurts is having a bad day, he can just feed the damn ball to Saquon Barkley. Their head coach need his ass whooped for not allowing him to break the rushing record. He's the real MVP because out of Lamar, out of Josh Allen, out of Joe Burrow, Saquon has been the most consistent right behind Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry only knock is that shit Baltimore don't give him the ball. That's his only knock. Saquon has delivered week after week. Lamar has had a bad game. Josh Allen has had a game where he's been average. Joe Burrow has had a game where he's been average. But Saquon Barkley has been overshadowed, but he's been the most consistent, and he is the most valuable player. You sit him on the bench, and you ask Jalen Hurts to get in there and do it. Yeah, he can do it, but he probably won't get it done this year. He's the MVP in my opinion.
I think he was asked that question to say Patrick Mahomes.
That's where I was going.
He's not the MVP.
I'm talking stats. I'm talking most valuable player to the league.
He is the most. He is the most valuable player.
He's the most important player, not the most. He's the most important player.
Value, importance. I
think
we're saying the same thing. But as we know, in all sports, the most valuable player to a team doesn't necessarily win.
Mm-hmm.
Win the Super Bowl.
He doesn't. It doesn't win the MVP.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like LeBron. LeBron doesn't win it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan didn't win it all the time. But they were clearly the most valuable player. Like, you take them off the team, and their teams aren't going to win. Now, I mean, there are other players that you could take off certain teams, but it's like if a team goes 9-8, and you take J.J. Watt off, so the Pittsburgh Steelers, they go 10-7. You take J.J. Watt because J.J. Watt's the most valuable player on that team.
Yeah,
but you take him off, and it okay. Now they what? 7-11. I mean 7-10. So it's not that big of a gap. But you take Mahomes off of Kansas City, they're not in the AFC Championship game. They're fucking, they damn near might be in the lottery. Well, NFL don't have a lottery, but
I'm trying to think who's their backup? Who's his backup?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
So,
but Hughes, I agree with you about. I mean to cut you off. I agree about the Saquon Barkley possibly being, the real MVP.
Statistically,
yeah.
Do y'all think he should? Do y'all think I don't hear the NFL analysts speaking up enough for him. They're always trying to make this MVP.
He's a finalist for the MVP. It's him, Josh Allen, and Lamar.
They could do a COVID MVP, right?
Yeah, but it's only been done 2 times.
When that Adrian Peterson and somebody else?
Nah, it was Steve McNair and Peyton Manning and Brett Favre and Barry Sanders. So those were the only 2 times that they were co-MVPs.
If I had to vote, he'd get my. Listen, I like the transition Lamar has made this year. He's getting better and better. But I gotta give it to Saquon though. Like the Giants, they really screwed that up. Like y'all should have kept him and built your whole team around him instead of paying Daniel Jones. Then you turn around, release him, and then find out he's on the Viking squad this year after paying him all that money.
So I got a quick question.
Good.
How do you all feel about? Well, let me see now how you feel, but like with the Teddy Bridgewater
coming in, being the backup.
So why do more teams in the playoffs not just try to go out and poach and get players, who may be recently retired or, got waived or whatever? Because it's like he just won a damn high school championship.
Yeah, he was a head coach.
And shit, a week later, he's on the field in the divisional round. Like, why do you think we don't see that more? To where people just reaching out like, hey, I know you retired earlier this year, but do you got 2 more games in you or what?
I think that's a GM thing, GM head coach kind of thing. Because remember, they got Joe Flacco off the couch, and he got Cleveland as far as he could.
No, that's different. That was like before the season. I'm talking the playoffs, and they went out and like Teddy Bridgewater wasn't on the Lions all year. They went out and got him in January.
Yeah, I remember reading that. Besides Bridgewater, who is Goff backup prior to Bridgewater getting there?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it just seemed odd, like that. I didn't think you didn't really think about the fact that teams could do this. Like, okay, Zeke, he got released from Dallas and he went to the Chargers.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't play in their playoff game, but he was on their roster. So it was like, man, why haven't this been a thing before? To where people go out and get people like that, or maybe they did and I just didn't realize it, or maybe they did, and they just never get on the field like Bridgewater got on the field.
I was finna say, didn't the Rams do that for OBJ when they went to the Super Bowl and run? He came like
No,
November.
no, they traded for him, and they traded for him in like November.
Okay.
It wasn't like he was just doing nothing, and they went out and signed him like Bridgewater.
Well, wasn't he was hurt with Cleveland or not? Or was he sitting idle with Cleveland? He wasn't playing, was he?
I think he was coming off that. He may have been coming off the ACL, and
Yeah,
he
that's what
wasn't on a roster.
Yeah.
But like I said, that was in November,
Mm-hmm.
and he just had gotten, I guess, cleared or something to play.
I think the quarterback position may be the only one you can do like that. Possibly. Well, do you let people sit down? And yeah, that may be the only position you can kind of do like that.
I don't know, because I look at it like this: if you the Rams, do you not holler at Aaron Donald, be like, hey, 3 games, dog. That's all we asking. Come out of retirement for 3 games.
What he been doing all year? You don't care?
Hey, what you been doing? How much you weigh?
Nah.
How much? I mean, but I'm saying you feel him out like, hey, what you been doing? Just hanging, just chilling. How much you weigh right now? I'm about 290. 290? Okay. What you think? You think you got 2 games in you?
I say possibly a kicker you could do like that, maybe a receiver, and then quarterback. Everybody else finna have a headache the first 3 minutes when they get out there and they ain't been doing shit. Like it's like Tyson. You've been locked up for 4 years and you get in the ring, shit, your head gonna be ringing.
But it's different though, because Tyson can't hide. Like, there's nobody you can sub in for him. Hey, look, you ain't gonna go out there for round 3 and 4 and 5. You're just gonna go out there for round 6.
Yeah.
And if I can coax a motherfucker back, like, look, I'm only gonna play you like 10 plays.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
that might be the new thing. Like, hey, who out there? Who out there that we think can help us? And you just bring them in for the playoffs. And look, hey, you a pass rusher. I just need you for 10 plays. I don't need you for the whole game. I just need you for 10 motherfucking plays.
Just show up during the playoffs, huh?
Yeah.
Just. I've been training it. I've been going to the gym every day, but I'm show up for the playoffs. Y'all just made it. All right, y'all call me now. I got it. I got them here.
Hey, Bridgewater don't look like he been doing shit. He got out there and threw a touchdown pass.
That's what I thought. Like I'm thinking, I'm like, didn't he throw a pass? Yeah. Who he throw that pass to?
Was it Patrick? Was it Tim Patrick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw a touchdown. Yeah, so that might be the new wave. But
yeah, I think they should keep his ass. I'm an advocate for him.
So now he should be the starter over Goff.
I ain't say that now, but you gotta understand this. He continued that drive. It didn't stall when he got in there.
He took them down and they scored.
Yeah, the offense didn't look shaky or anything of that nature. He came in like a vet and did what he had to do. They gave him easy plays. He handed off, do this, do that. Yeah, he didn't look bad at all. He didn't look rattled or anything. Not like Jared Goff was. Shit. That's that. That's that. To me, I have the Eagles going and I have the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, and I have the Eagles winning. But I honestly wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind seeing the Chiefs and the Commanders going, and I wouldn't care who win between them. You know what I'm saying? Something in me if Jaden Daniels go, I want to see him win the Super Bowl, but I also want to see the Chiefs do their 3P. It's never been done. I want to see Patrick Mahomes get it. I ain't no real Kansas City fan like that, but I like good quarterback play. I like Mahomes. I like how he handled himself. I just don't like his speaking voice, So
You like how he flopped and all that shit.
nah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I like his old dude though. Now, if anybody praying, I like to meet. Yeah, I like to meet Pat Daddy. Yeah, he seemed like
he a drunk?
Nah, because he got on that microphone said we smoking on the borough. Hey, he remind me of my old dude, man. He remind me, keep it real. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to be professional. He gonna be who he is.
That's why they keep that nigga off. They keep him off the camera too.
Yeah, it is what it is. Who y'all got for y'all Swerp of the week?
I'll go first. I just go with the low hanging fruit in Elon Musk and his Nazi salute, man. It's just they keep playing in our face, and they telling us what they gonna do, and they showing us what they gonna do. And
they moving fast too.
So that's mine.
Who you got, Jay?
I can agree with that one, Rodney. And the orange hair guy too. I give it again. I'm going to give it to Drake. Assuming
Drake been like, yeah, this is his third or fourth one.
Trying to win Swerp of the Year, back to back.
I think he got it.
Yeah, for last year for sure. He's trying to get this year also.
I'm gonna give mine to Baltimore Ravens head coach. You called the same play for 3 consecutive years. The motherfucker ain't work. That makes you insane. So yeah, that's my Swerp of the year.
They're trying to catch people off guard running. Like they're not gonna run it again. They do it again.
Man,
but the dude's wide the fuck open.
He wide open.
It'd be one thing if you run it and they bat the ball down, but he's wide open. So no, you know what? I'll take that back. That's your Swerp of the week. Then
ain't no come on, man. He wide open, and it ain't a hard. It was the perfect pass. It was the perfect pass.
Well,
go ahead.
To that cap, well, you say that. I actually saw.
This year it was. This year I seen some ones where it wasn't.
I actually saw where someone was saying Lamar didn't throw. He didn't put him in a good position to catch that ball.
It didn't. The pass didn't come out perfectly, and they saying he pump fake.
He did. He did this, and then he kind of just like he didn't throw it. He just. So I saw it like when it happened. I saw it, but I still was like, "Fuck, he got to catch it." But yeah, I did see some people who played the position saying like, "Yeah, he gotta give him a better ball because he had to like his momentum is going this way, and instead of putting it here to where he can catch it, he had to turn and kind of just do this." And
that's a lot. That was a perfect fuck. Anytime it touches your hands, it's all.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Look, I'm not blaming Lamar, but it wasn't a perfect pass because if I'm running like this, the perfect pass is right here, to where the defense can't do anything. It's right there in my hands. I catch it, boom, 2-point conversion. If I'm running like this, and now I gotta do this and kind of slow down and try to catch it, like that's not a perfect pass. But Mark Andrews still has to catch that ball.
Yeah.
He still got to catch it, but it wasn't the best pass that Lamar threw. And I did see where Lamar's running and he do this and then he kind of like shot put it to him. But Mark Andrews still got to catch that ball.
Yeah, if you in film review, it ain't nothing you can tell Lamar. Now when you throw it, and you don't do you're not on him like that, and you really can't beat up Andrews because you know he's more consistent than what he is. It's just when you need him in the big moments, man, they don't never come through.
Pump fake.
Yeah, I saw it.
No,
Yeah.
you gotta you can't throw it behind him.
It was not behind him, Rodney. It was to his
It is
stomach.
behind. Look how he's running.
Yeah,
Just a
that
little
don't,
bit
that don't mean
behind.
shit.
It's
Slightly.
Listen,
behind him. It's behind him to where he got to turn and try to catch it.
You got to
You put
catch
that
that.
you got to
Yeah,
catch it.
he have to. Of course he has to catch it. But if you're the quarterback, you want to put that ball on it, not on his back shoulder, but on his front shoulder.
Listen, he already had dropped the ball earlier. He fumbled.
He fumbled the ball. He didn't drop it. He fumbled.
He dropped a wide open pass before the fumble. Mark Andrews ran across the field and dropped a wide open ball that would have got them the first down. And so I could see that's probably why he pump faked him. Because if you play it, he never squares. Well, by the time he squares up, there's a guy to the inside. Yeah, man, that's a wide open catch, right?
Look, I'm not saying he's not supposed to catch the ball, but you had plenty of look. Pause it. Look where they at.
Yeah,
you put that ball on his left shoulder. It's a walk-in touchdown.
but you put it in his damn stomach, he could pin it against his fat ass stomach and catch the motherfucker.
He has to look. He still has to catch the ball. I don't know why you're missing. He still has to catch the ball. But if you put the ball out in front, it's an easier catch because he doesn't have to try to slow down and turn around to catch it.
I get that. I get that.
But he absolutely got to catch that ball.
Yeah, I get that but I can't make that as an argument in the sense of
run it from here. I don't know if you can stop it. Stop it. Boom.
So look at the guy in between him.
Hold up. You put that bitch on his left shoulder. You put it on his left shoulder. He doesn't have to stop his momentum to come back.
Okay, that sounds good, right? But if you look at the guy that's to the right of him, I'm assuming Lamar is trying to wait for Andrews to give him some space before he releases the ball.
But if you throw the ball out in front, that's creating the space. When you throw the ball behind him, that's giving them an opportunity to make a play. But they weren't even close enough to make a play either way. You put the ball out in front on his left shoulder, that makes it an easier catch. But Mark Andrews should have caught that ball, no doubt.
Yeah.
Boom! You put that bitch on his left shoulder, he walk in the end zone.
And let me tell you something.
Now he got to turn around, catch it, and fall back into the end zone.
Derrick Henry. This is Henry right here, right?
Nah.
Derrick Henry. Yeah, that's him.
I thought that was the other dude.
No, that's Derrick Henry.
I thought because I thought Derrick Henry was bigger than that.
So he just blocking. He didn't even try to get open.
Yeah, because he wasn't like Mark Andrews was the option. He was like the only option on that play.
I'm okay with
he
this.
Dropped that motherfucker.
I'm okay with this 2-point conversion call versus the Super Bowl call for the Seattle Seahawks versus New England Patriots that Russell Wilson threw for the interception. I'm okay.
How the fuck did he drop? How in the fuck did he drop it?
He slipped, lost his balance, but he was dropping.
He dropped that bitch before.
Yeah, he really never had it secure.
Yeah, he dropped that bitch before because he was thrown behind him. But
he was having a bad game, man. He was having a bad game.
Yeah.
Ain't no smooth way to say that he was having a real bad game. He had it too. He didn't fall back. He was in the end zone.
Man, like I said, that to me, even though my squad lost on Saturday, when I was watching this and saw this, that shit was like, come on, like
So-
really. So look, Jay. I don't know if you see it. A minute 30. It was a minute.
Oh yeah,
32
I was
left.
just about to say the same thing. I think that's way enough time for Josh Allen to do what he need to do to them boys.
But
Yeah.
I'd rather be tied and have that motherfucker have to do it.
But hey, check it out. They need 5-10 yards, and they're in field goal range.
No. If you
they
get
don't
the
onside, right? Yeah.
If you get the onside, you kicking off.
Yeah. You're right. If they get the 2 points, they kick off.
Yeah. You get the 2 points and you just kicking off regularly, and they're gonna have to go, 50 yards to try to get in field goal range. And look like they got 2 timeouts, so it wasn't guaranteed.
I mean, Baltimore had the momentum, but because they was marching down on Buffalo, man. Buffalo, I mean, when you think about it, Buffalo offense only scored two touchdowns. The defense put them in a situation where they had 2 short field plays to get the touch. I think they got a field goal off one of them turnovers.
Yeah, hey, like I said with Detroit, they didn't play well. They didn't play well enough. Fuck it, Baltimore's won.
So you know what? We didn't speak on this. What do Baltimore need to do? Is Baltimore missing anything in you all's opinion? Do they have the perfect team, perfect coach? What are they missing to get over this hump? You remember how Andy Reid had control of Philadelphia Eagles, him being fired, him going to the Chiefs where he is now. It's like Philadelphia needed a new coach or something. What do you all think that Baltimore is missing for them to get over the hump? Because you never hear about nobody talking about John Harbaugh needs to get fired or anything like that. But
they probably gonna add 1 or 2 good offensive players and keep everything in place and try to run it back. I don't think they should change too much. When I was frustrated when I won a bet when they messed that game up, but I was kind of frustrated. I was thinking they need to maybe train in cold weather because at the end it's gonna come down most likely to playing somebody outside in the cold. So train in this off season in the cold weather.
But shit, Baltimore ain't no warm place. That's a bay over there. Shit, they know about cold weather.
No, I'm saying go to somewhere cold instead of playing, in the summertime, training indoors, and in the summertime, go somewhere like change the state where you train and go to Alaska or something. Train in the cold. It's gonna come down to being cold. It's gonna be the same thing next year.
So when they lost their divisional game last year against Kansas City, that was in Baltimore outside in the cold.
That's the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, AFC Championship game. And Kansas City played in an open stadium too, so they were not intimidated by the cold. Patrick Mahomes went up there and sliced and diced them, and they were the underdogs.
No, he didn't slice and dice them. That game was 17-10.
Now listen, Baltimore was dropping a lot of passes.
Yeah, that wasn't a slice and dice.
But he had no turnovers, I don't think. Did he have some turnovers?
No, he didn't have no turnovers. But, Zay Flowers fumbled, and then Lamar threw a costly interception at the end. So, but as far as what they need, I mean, very few teams can bring back the same team the next year. With free agency, and I mean, you can try to bring back their core. I honestly think I don't. Say for instance, like T. Higgins is out there. T. Higgins is gonna be a free agent. Would T. Higgins make a difference on this team? because he's a better receiver than any receiver that they got on their team right now. But would he make a difference on this team?
I don't know, man. They win regular season games and do goofy shit come playoff times. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, so you got an opportunity to get a receiver that's better than anybody you got on your squad right now, but you just was like, I don't know. So it sounds like you saying they have what they need on the team.
offensively, so defensively, they didn't start off well. They tightened up.
They finished well.
They finished well. Offensively, their star receiver got hurt in the Pittsburgh game. That did not hold them back when they played against Buffalo. It would have been nice for him to be there, but their thing is they stopped doing what it is that they do, and they make mistakes. They make a ton of mistakes. I don't know if their message or they don't get focused. I don't know if Harbaugh is not hard on Lamar, where he hold Lamar accountable. He just let him free for all some shit. I don't know, but
So what was the biggest deficit in the game against Buffalo?
even though they was moving up and down the field on Buffalo, you could kind of see the time running out with
Did
them.
they got down by double digits, correct?
Yeah, they got down by double digits.
So if you're down by double digits and you know with Derrick Henry, yeah, he can break off one for 80 yards, but in order for him to really do his thing, shit, you're gonna have some 2 yards, some 4-yard runs. It's a steady progression. So if you're down, Derrick Henry, like Saquon Barkley, like he gives you more of a pop to where Derrick Henry, if you're down by 10, like if I'm down by double digits, it's harder for me to give the ball to Derrick Henry because I know, it's gonna take a minute. It might take to the fourth quarter for him to really get his effect. But shit, I'm already down by double digits. Where am I gonna be in the fourth quarter?
So that means from a defensive side, you think it's okay to blitz because you think from the offensive side we got to pass to play catch up. That's where he will punish your linebackers and your D-backs because they're gonna have to make open field tackles, and we know that when that big train get loose, everybody don't want to tackle. You saw in Pittsburgh, shit, they like, man, I don't get paid that much to tackle this motherfucker one-on-one.
But he is not. So, but when they're passing, he's not in the game.
Yeah, now that's on the offense coordinator. I don't know if they're trying to keep his stamina. I don't know because
I look at it as if like he's not that kind of back. As big as he is, maybe he's not the first of all, he's not the threat out the backfield. And then how is he on pass protection? To where it's like, okay, if I'm gonna throw the ball, you would think, okay, keep Derrick Henry in there to where they might think that you might run it, but maybe there's a reason why they don't do that. Because obviously you would think, okay, even if we're not gonna run with Derrick Henry, let's keep him in the game to where they think we're gonna fake it to him or do whatever so we can pass it, but they don't do that. So, I mean, there has to be a reason why they don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to conserve energy, but that shit didn't work this year.
Because when they throw the ball, they have Justice Hill in the game a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. He slashed. He absolutely slashed Pittsburgh. He put his foot on Pittsburgh neck. I just knew
running the ball though.
Huh?
He did it running,
Mm-hmm.
but they were up. So, if the game's close, Derrick Henry is very effective. But when you're down, I think it's I don't know if offensive court. I won't say they panic, but if you got somebody to where it's going to take them 20 plus carries to get to their peak. If I'm down, it's like I ain't necessarily got time for a 2-yard run, 3-yard run, and a 1-yard run, and fuck around. We don't get that third down. Now we got a punt. So now it's like, okay.
But I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you because that's what makes Detroit Lions so dangerous and potent. They continue and 49ers. They continue to run the ball when down and they mix it in with passing. So they'll gash you with a little 15-yard run and then hit you with another 15-yard, you break free. They beat you both kind of ways, especially Detroit, because Gibson is shoot out their backfield.
But it's different because Gibbs is dynamic. Gibbs is Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, I get that.
Gibbs is Marshall Faulk. David Montgomery is more Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore only got Derrick Henry, so they got So that's one way that you're going to get it. So yeah, if I got the option of giving the ball to a motherfucker who could break it for 80, 90, or I can throw a screen pass, or he can run a little angle route or across the middle, I can get it to him. Like Jamar Gibbs is a top 5 back in the league.
So maybe that's what they need. They got thunder. They need to add lightning. I know Lamar is considered the lightning. But if they add a running back that can catch coming out the backfield and you still have Lamar doing his thing, that could be the missing piece that they actually need. Along with the offensive coordinator that knows how to use those pieces together.
Okay. So I guess we just solved Baltimore's problem. So let's go ahead and move it to the Swerp of the week.
Yeah, I said my Swerp is Baltimore head coach.
Yeah. We already did it because I said Elon Musk. Yeah. Jay said Drake for the win, and But yeah, we good.
Just adding a little finishing touches on the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So listen, this wraps up the episode 55 Pod Deep. Like, follow, share, subscribe.
55. Are we going backwards? I thought you said 56. No, you know what? Never mind.
It's 55. That was 54 last week. It's 55 this week. We're moving on. So signing off. This Pod Deep, everybody. Take care. Have a good one.